Lorraine here, back again to show you something that was asked of me by someone who had viewed my videos. They wanted to know if I could show how to create papers out of foil papers. So there are 3 different types of papers I'd like to show you. I'm only going to show you one at a time. It will be a series because I don't want to take up a lot of your time. But she wanted to use it on a book cover, so I did create a book cover, which I will show you eventually, how a cover could be covered with the foils, along with a lot of other types of projects that you're doing. The foil can certainly be used. Now what you see here just represents the first paper. I call it like an engraved or an embossed type of a paper. And this also represents the same paper. It's a flat, embossed paper. And I hope you can see it okay, because the foil does throw off a little light. But anyway, this is how you get started. It's really quite simple. You take a piece of mixed media paper or watercolor paper. You need to really put a backing on this to give it support. And you need a piece of kitchen foil. And we are going to use the dull side up. And you need your adhesive, which I have. I have Elmer's glue. And you simply apply your adhesive to your paper. You give it a nice liberal amount. You can use Elmer's Mod Podge or a gel medium. I wouldn't use a glue stick because it will not hold up well in the final project. All you do is apply it. That's all you do. You just put it down. And you can make these pieces as large or as small as you wish. You make a nice big large sheet and then cut it into sections if you want to handle it that way. Okay, now sometimes I have gotten some of the Elmer's on here, so spray it with a little bit of alcohol to get it off. I want to make sure that my paint eventually adheres well. What you're going to do is simply take a tool. When I say a tool, something that has, this is too blunt, but you can use something with more of a point, and you begin to draw into the foil. And you can do anything that you wish. You can do a freeform design. If you like a floral, you can attempt to do flowers, leaves, different shapes. I happen to like circles, so that's how I'm going to do that. And that's all you do, and you just continue on to engrave into this paper. And I'll just do a little bit more for you, and then I'm going to shut the camera off and complete the piece for you, and then I will be back. Okay, so I'm sure you have the idea. Hold it up a little closer, that maybe you can see some of the design. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Bye. Okay, so here I am back again, and this is the piece that I try to show you just the engraving, embossing process. And again, you can make it any design you want. These are the other two papers that I am going to be showing you, so I just want to give you a heads up on, but they will be painted. This is more of a textured, bulky look. And this one is also embossed, but it starts off with a heavier, bumpier, not a flat piece of paper. So we will be working on these two in the other series. Now, I'm going to try to paint this, and I say try because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to do the best that I can, and I put out some things on my table. Just various paints. I would say you try craft paint. I have these gelatos. You can use, just a variety of, here's another type of paint. You can use powdered, sometimes they have these pearl paints, they call them. It's like it comes with a brush, perfect pearls, and you can rub over them. Sometimes even eyeshadow works from the dollar store that you can add as a topical enhancement. So anyway, I have these three colors here, and I think I'm going to do green. Usually I like black and silver and bronzes, but that doesn't always make for an interesting video, so I decided to use this. I have water on hand, and I have alcohol for rubbing down some of the paint as I go along with some paper toweling, and I'll show you what I mean. So you can use your fingers, you can use a brush. We're going to dab in here with a brush, and I'm going to give it a very light swooping across, and you can see how the design is enhanced. I can paint this whole thing green, and then layer, or I can introduce another color in this half, or you can. It's experimental. You really have to play with the paper and the paint. And of course I'm showing a video, so I'm hoping it turns out nice. I'm hoping. I'm always hoping. See, now here's a little more silver coming up. But if I wanted to, I could rub this down with a little alcohol. Take a piece of paper toweling. If I wanted to rub this down, you can see that. Okay, it's a little more silver in that corner. I might like it, I might not. If I wanted more silver to show up, I have my alcohol on hand. And just spray my paper toweling or any kind of a rig that you might have. Not too much, you don't want to wipe it completely off. But if you go around a little bit, some of the design will show up a little bit better. I mean, look at that in the corner there. I think that's so lovely. So lovely. And yet I like the rest of it as well. Now, this to me is quite beautiful, just the way it is. But at the risk of ruining it, I want to try to add something else to it, just to play a little bit more. And I'm going to put it on a black background so that you perhaps can get a better look at it. All right, so there you go. Now, I'm going to let this dry for a little while. I'll be back in just 5 seconds, and we'll see what we can do with the second layer. Back again. All dried up, and I thought what I would do is divide this in half just to play with paint on two different sides to show you that there's really a variety of ways of painting this. For now, what I'm going to do is I decided to use, I'm going to use a little of the turquoise. I don't want to make it too vivid, but I'm going to use a little of the turquoise, and I'm going to use my finger, and I'm going to rub it over the surface of the green. Let the green come through. Yeah, that's about it. You can use a very fine brush if you wish. I could have used black, which I would have loved to have done, but I don't want to scare you, so, and I don't want to scare myself either. So there it is. And again, make sure your layers are dry in between. And you see how beautifully the design comes through. Just beautiful. I mean, I love these papers. I think they're beautiful. Wait till I show you when I'm finished what I did with it. I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm not much of a journal creator. I mean, I got the idea of it, and I can make a cover by now, but that's what I did with it. I made a cover, and that's what I hope to do on, let me turn it this way. That's what I hope to do on the last part series, maybe make it a part 4. All right, now here I have Perfect Pearls. So you can use that, don't have to at all. You can use eyeshadow. I have these gelatos here. I thought you can just bring out anything, craft paints that you have, colors that you like. And I have this fine brush, and I thought, let's see what happens when I brush that over the surface of this. Okay, so now you're getting more of a gold tone, which is quite beautiful. You got the idea. I would love to see. Oh, that's the one thing I miss, truthfully, when I do the YouTubes, is that I don't have people around me. And there's such a wonderful thing that happens when you have a group of people in a class all doing the same project. You know, you see the wonderful various imaginations of different people. All right, so there you have Perfect Pearls. The middle is more just one layer, and then you have the turquoise. And actually, you could do a rainbow paper. I mean, you could actually make one paper all different shades of the same color, or you can do purple, turquoise, green, black and white, silver, whatever you wish. Now, that's it for this paper. I didn't use the gelato, but you could try it. Let's see what happens if I rub it, maybe in the center of some of these circles. Again, it's all play. Okay, it's play. It's fun. And what I do with these papers when they're done, I do give them a coat of medium, like a semi-gloss medium, and it protects the surface of the paper, so it's more rugged and you can do various things. Anyway, this is what I wanted to show you. This is a book cover that I created using the paper. Okay. It's rather large. Just put it behind the black, and you can see the various shades of green and bronze that were used in this, and the side of this. See if you can see that. See that? And then the inside, what I did was I corrugated the foil in a corrugator, and the inside of the book is done with the corrugated foil, which we can talk more about perhaps at another time. And that's it. Okay, now I'd love you to join me for the other part of the series that I'm going to do, and I certainly would love a comment from you, a question that I will certainly answer, a share, and I would love you to subscribe to my channel so that I see you again and again. It's great having you with me. See you later.